Welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today?
Oh yeah!
So let's make some noise, let's make some noise. Yeah! Man, 2020. It's crazy. I want to make sure that you all know that we're about to give you some tips, some tidbits, some clues, some things you can take and use immediately when you leave the room. You're in for a very, very special panel. I want to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. He's the creator of this here panel, Making Money, Making Music. My name is Cheyenne Salah, and I'm very proud to introduce a 40-year industry innovator. He started in this game from a very early age. A child, I think he might have been roughly 7, 8 years old, playing the guitar. Developed in and through the game as a legendary promoter. Helped launch incredible icons such as AC/DC, the Ramones, Judas Priest, Van Halen, Green Day, U2, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Madonna, Eminem, Pop, Drake, and hundreds more. He's been very important to the game as an artist advocate, and he's here giving you something amazing for this Making Money, Making Music panel here today at NAMM 2020. I want you guys to give yourselves a warm round of applause for my dude, Jay Wasinski.
Thanks so much. It's always a pleasure. It's like 12 years straight. Thanks, big shout out to NAMM. We love doing this, you know. We're only going to get in first gear. We apologize, guys. We could go on for days. You know, there's hundreds of years experience up here and in the front row. We got some special guests, but we're going to do a little meet and greet right afterwards. Just follow us out that door. But without further delay, I want to introduce not only Cheyenne Salah, who's the CEO and founder of a great company called Brave New World. He's out of Seattle, right up there with all the heavyweight companies, Amazon and Microsoft and Starbucks and Costco and all that. He's doing some amazing things as an independent artist. He's going to teach you how he's making money, even not on the radio, outside of sales, doing very innovative shows. Please give it up for Cheyenne Salah. And next to him, we just got back from CES. If anybody knows how crazy NAMM is, just think of NAMM times 10, and that's the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. But a who's who in the tech world. He runs an incredible iHeart show called Tech This Out. I'm lucky enough to be a co-host on that show and bring in the knowledge that we do from the music and the, you know, the pop culture side. Please give it up for Mike Johns, CEO of Digital Mindstate. And our next guest here, I know he's got more books than anybody I know on the music business. He's like a walking encyclopedia. He's done it all in the industry, and he's going to bring some great tangible knowledge for you guys, how to make money making music. Bobby Owsinski right here. And last but not least, the linebacker taking up the half of the podium right there. You remember him from last year. He runs all that Megadeth stuff for David Ellefson, who is unfortunately rocking a major stage right now in Europe with Five Finger Death Punch and Megadeth. Give it up for Dave Mustaine, come back from Broken. Tom Hazard, EMP Label Group. So again, I'm the creator of INDIEPOWER. We do promotion, marketing, artist development, work on tours, festivals, all that. Been doing it for 40-some years, out of LA, years before that. So we're gonna give you some tangible info, but we really encourage everybody to reach out to us. We know a lot of you people already, and they'll tell you it's time to plug in, time to grow. Nobody can do this without a team. And you want a team of good people that are in it for the right reasons. And that's what we do. I've done it all my life. And we created the Indie Entertainment Summit, which is an amazing event that happens right up here in NoHo, right by Universal Studios. And people come from all over the world. You know, anybody that's been there will tell you, people come in from 20 countries all over Europe and Asia and Canada and Latin America. Any of you guys that made it here or live within a day's drive, you definitely need to be checking out IES. It's coming up August every year, right here locally. But we're going to get right into it because, again, they're going to kick us out before we want to, and we don't want to piss NAMM off. So we'll take it outside and hopefully have personal conversations with each and every one of you from here on out. But how many people in the room want to make more money making music? Yes, sir. Okay. Is it a hobby or you guys want to turn it into a career? All right, great. Well, I've been, blessed enough to see a lot of garage bands and artists in little tiny places be the biggest stadium acts in the world right now. Years later, I'm looking at the box office score in Polestar, and I'm like, man, these were all garage bands when I met them. People like U2 and Metallica and Green Day and the Chili Peppers and all these Guns N' Roses and Madonna. They're the biggest stadium acts still to this date, on the planet. So something to be said. Why don't we talk a little bit? Tom, why don't you lead it off? Because Tom has worked for the major labels.
Yeah.
And he is now proud to be independent. And once you're independent, you're no longer swayed by that big bubble that there's this imaginary Wizard of Oz in a record label somewhere handing out cash and, I got to pay it back and,
Don't get me wrong, it was amazing when they did. I missed free dinners, I missed free
But there's a word called recoupment that entered into the ballgame.
Exactly.
Most major label artists have never seen a royalty check.
Never. Honestly, when I worked with major label acts, it was kind of you get a big advance, but that's all you'll ever see again. Unless you sell, honestly, even the smallest major label deal, the smallest major label deal I ever did was $500,000. And again, you have to sell the way they recoup it. You have to sell gold, platinum, to even think about recouping. It was crazy, And after that, I had an independent label called Corporate Punishment Records. We put out probably 50 records, and then obviously I started my THC Music, and then me and David started EMP and launched Combat, which has been an amazing kind of comeback with that brand. One of the really great legacy heavy metal labels. So, and now we just did some reissues. The cool thing is, so we own the trademark for the label Combat, and Sony owns all the catalog. So we just did a deal with them to do Combat reissues of all the classic Combat titles. We just did a bunch of the Exodus records and Possessed, and it's been really cool to relaunch that brand and kind of take something that really meant something to people in the heavy metal world. And honestly, that's the house that Megadeth built. Combat was launched, their first real record was Megadeth's Killing Is My Business. So for me and David to acquire that property and be able to relaunch it the way we have, in a way that's true to the original vision of the label, has been super exciting. So yeah, it's great to be independent. It's great to, to be able to operate in that world. And again, there's great independent distributors. Everything's different. When we sign a band, I'm trying to have my bands recoup. You know what I mean?